What's going on, guys? 6'5" Rider here, coming back to you with another first ride video. Today is going to be a little unusual, and even all the guys here at Harley were laughing at me because I'm going to take out the Harley-Davidson Nightster with the Revolution Max on the 975cc engine. I am super excited about it. They're like, what are you doing? It's so small for you. And I know it is, but I still want to ride it because that's just me. I like all bikes. And this is Harley-Davidson's cheapest motorcycle. So it's a good bike to ride and test out and see what our beginner rider friends would be getting themselves into when they purchase a motorcycle like this one. This one sits at $9,999, just a tad under 10K. There's a first ride. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, it's like the Pan America. You got your turn signals here. Beautiful. Watch all these guys laughing at me. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know what they're talking about. They're like laughing at me. I like this. You know why they're laughing at me? Because I'm 6'5", 275 pounds, and I am riding this tiny little machine. But I like it. I like it a lot. It's freaking cool. Not gonna lie. Hell yeah, dude. And it's got a gear indicator. There's no windshield to speak of, but yeah, it's nice, dude. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. I actually like it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's something nice about smaller motorcycles, especially like riding in the city, hitting up some twisties. There's always something nice about having a smaller motorcycle. This bike does have modes. We're currently on road mode. You'll see it over here. But then if you change it, we're on sport mode right now. Bro, this thing can hit it. This thing can frickin' boogie. So this is not like your typical Harley where it actually comes with the turn signals just on the left side compared to typical Harleys where it's on the left and right hand controls. This is kind of more like a Pan America. It does share the same engine as the Pan America, the Revolution Max, but this one is the smaller one that a lot of people were hoping would come on the Bronx. The Bronx was the dream that was never released, you guys. That was something a lot of Harley-Davidson fans wanted, but we could not get. It is 481 pounds, bro. 481 pounds. This is probably the lightest Harley out there. I liked it a lot. Honestly, it's fun. The one thing I would change about it is I would want a taller risers to kind of bring it over here because I feel like I'm hunched forward a little bit. Other than that, it's like a great and little fun around town bike, honestly. Is it worth $10,000? Probably not, because I don't know, for $10,000 you can go and buy a freaking MT-09, bro, and that would shit on this bike like every day of the week. But regardless, if you want a cruiser and you don't want a Honda Rebel, you can go get a Harley-Davidson Nightster. I like it. It's cool. What other modes are there? So it's sport mode, rain mode, road mode, and sport mode. Okay, we'll do sport mode. No cruise control on this bike. But yeah, on the left-hand side, you got your menu where you can see your trip. This bike's only got 236 miles. It also shows you your range, which is pretty nice. Shows you your RPM over here. Revs up to over 5,000. Well, it is a Revolution Max, so it probably revs over to like 7,000 maybe. On the right hand side, you got your mode button, your traction control, and then your hazard lights. One cool thing about it is that you get your mirrors. They're actually bar end mirrors, which is cool because, you know, that's the style, baby. I don't think this has a quick shifter. It would be nice if it did. It's very nice. It's nimble. It's lightweight. The Revolution Max, you know, you guys, you know how much of a fan of the Revolution Max I am. High revving engine that is completely different from your normal Harley. Oh wow, over 6,000 RPM on this. we're gonna get to a longer stretch of road here in a little bit and really test it out. But so far so good, man. They were laughing, but who's laughing now, you guys? I like this bike. Suspension is, I mean, I took that big ass bump and suspension is pretty cushy. I didn't feel it in my back or anything. It does have, what is this suspension? Oh, I don't even know what that company is. I thought it was Showa. Oh, it is Showa. It's got Showa suspension, so Showa forks up front. It's got a radiator, so cool, liquid cooled engine, Revolution Max. I mean, I don't know, bro. What's not to like about it? It's got the Dyna looking suspension in the back. No quick shifter. I actually like it. It's so fun and nimble, especially for like riding around the city or something, especially if you're like trying to go, I don't know, bro, like let's say you live in somewhere in the city and you're trying to go for a morning ride to get some coffee or something right around town. This would be a good bike to do it in. It's also a nice change from riding with all the fairing bikes where I'm actually getting a lot of wind hitting me. Clean wind, so I'm not feeling super hot and sweaty like I was before. It's ridiculous. It's quick. It's a quick bike. It's got adjustable levers both for the clutch side and the brake side. I mean, I wonder, I don't know if you guys seen it, but there was like a one-of-one Harley-Davidson Cafe Racer that was just unveiled recently. And I think it also had a Rev Max engine in it. It might have been the 975 motor. I feel like that would be a good engine for this bike. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like some sort of Triumph maybe or something. I don't know. Let's hit it, baby. Hell yeah, dude, revving almost to 8,000 RPMs. Keeping up with a freaking Street Glide ST, bro, like CVO ST, so yeah, I don't know what those dudes were talking about. Did it feel super stable? No. Because it's such a small bike and I'm a big guy, but freaking it felt pretty good. Almost hit 90 miles an hour on this little thing, bro. Crazy. Let's go. You know, it's true what they say. It's more fun to ride a slow bike fast than it is to ride a fast bike slow. And this is like can't be a truer statement because I'm having a lot of fun with this right now. It's so nimble, it's so easy, like especially if you're on a split lanes and stuff. Those are like a little bit of wider handlebars, but it's like so flicky, so easy to get by, and the seating position is not bad. I am getting a little bit of soreness on my mid back because I am just sitting like this and then kind of stretched forward a little bit. Yeah, it's crazy. I was able to keep up with him, and you know, other than the weight factor, I mean, this is a 400-pound bike, but I'm 270 pounds, and this dude might be like 160, 165, 170 maybe. And I was able to keep up with him. RPM revs are pretty high, like 78, 8,000, something like that. Don't get me wrong, like, the smallest Harley I've ridden before was like a Sportster 883 from back in the day, and this feels nothing like a Sportster 883. This feels like a much better bike, a much more refined motorcycle, especially with this high revving Revolution Max engine, you guys. I am enjoying this ride. My back hurts a little bit just because of my legs are right under me and I'm stretched like forward a little bit. Brakes are pretty good. I don't know. Nothing to really hate about this bike, especially depends on how you want to use it. But if you want it to be like a round town cruiser, bro, this is not a bad bike. And for $10,000, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a steal. I would price it more at 7,000, 7 or 8,000 range. That's pretty nice. Is it chain drive? No, it's belt drive. Not like the Pan America. The Pan America is a chain drive. Does get pretty hot. Got this massive ass exhaust system over here. I bet you it'd sound pretty good if you change out the exhaust. I like these little fins over here. These help with cooling the bike down. You got your Brembo Master cylinder here. What's not to love, man? These are the same grips I have on my Pan America. They're just a little thinner because they're not heated. It'd be cool if it had a quick shifter on it, to be honest. Now, would I, take it on the highway, like, the Florida Turnpike or I-95 and ride down to Fort Lauderdale, or down to Cafe 27 like I do with my boys all the time? Probably not. This would not be the bike for that, because then you're fighting a lot of crosswinds. You're going 70, 80, 90 miles an hour, sometimes more. And this is just not the bike to be on. But if you're doing something around town, going to get coffee, whatever it might be, then this is not a bad bike. I would not mind riding this to, from the house to go grab some coffee somewhere. It's like an easy bike to ride. Easy bike to ride. And I feel like it would be a decent first bike for a new rider, somebody that wants to get introduced into the Harley world and wants to try out the new Revolution Max. I feel like this would be a fair motorcycle to get started on and kind of grow into, grow out of, or whatever. Oh, we got another. Brembo brakes are doing pretty nice, man. This guy wants to rip it. I'm gonna rip it with. It's quick, bro. It's a quick one, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Oh, I almost slid off the bike. Definitely need something to keep your butt in place for sure. I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I did. It was something completely different from what I typically would ride. And so I definitely enjoyed it. I wonder if it has a hill hold assist. Let's see. Hold down on this. No hill hold assist. It's just your basic motorcycle, I don't think it's worth this much money. I don't think it's worth $10,000. I think it's worth $8,000, maybe $7,999. $7,999. Then it would be more competitive to like a Honda Rebel or like a Yamaha Bolt or something along those lines, because I feel like that's the class this motorcycle compares with. And if you can get a Rebel for $2,000, $3,000 cheaper than this, then a new rider will probably do that instead. Because also there's this whole thing with the Harley riders where they'll probably won't take you seriously riding this motorcycle. I mean, I was just trying to test ride it, and these guys are like, really? What? You, big guy, want to test ride this? So there's always that animosity there where it's like, if you're on a Harley, you need to be on a big burly motorcycle, you need to be a Harley brother, So I don't know. If it was priced more competitively, I think this would do pretty well. But who knows? Anyway, we're making our way back. I have truly enjoyed this motorcycle. It's a fun little ride around towner is what I would like to call it. I hope you guys enjoyed this test ride as well, and found it insightful, and hope it helps you guys make up your minds if you were looking into this bike. Oh, it's got a 19-incher up front, or is that a 21? No, it's a big ass tire, big ass wheel, probably a 19er. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them down below. Love to hear your thoughts about this. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the videos or to the channel, and I hope to see you guys on the next ride. All right, y'all. Have a good one, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.